the reason that we created the Envision Home at Last product line was to help homeowners really visualize the home before it's ever built so that they can get a feel of how they're going to live in that house.
The first day we were there, we saw this house in the plans, loved it immediately, did a 3D walkthrough, and pretty much had our mind made up when we walked out of there that night that this is what we wanted. It had everything we wanted.
I saw a picture in a Ralph Lauren wallpaper book of a home, and I researched it, and it was a 300-year-old carriage house. I gave the picture to Pam and said, here, design the inside, and this is it.
Part of what we're trying to do with Envision by doing the dollhouse view on the plans, which is the view looking down, and putting the furniture in and decorating the homes, we're trying to let the women in particular see what their home is going to look like before it's built so that they can feel more comfortable and excited about it.
You know, it's not just a two-dimensional line drawing that they're not quite sure of what they're getting. They're going to be able to actually see it, you know, room by room and be able to walk through that house so they know exactly what it is and what they're getting for the money that they're spending.
I think the part that I like the best that we hadn't experienced in other contractors is that it's actually kind of laid out with beds and couches in certain positions. It kind of puts it in like a more real term, you know, just 11 by 12 room. Well, what is that exactly? What can kind of fit in there?
I recently worked with a client that were so excited that they actually could show their children what their bedrooms were going to look like. Before they even put a hole in the ground, the family is excited about where they're going to be living.
It's pre-priced. We put it together in an entire package so that the builder and the home buyer makes that whole process a lot simpler and cuts down on the whole timetable of building a new home.
One of the advantages we have with the Envision home building system is that we can get pricing directly from them. It helps us give a guarantee to our customer, so it helps both us as a builder and our customer probably remove the biggest fears that both of us have. You know, obviously the customer is fearful that there's going to be cost overruns at the end, so we want to give them a guaranteed price, and we do that by using the Envision pricing.
You know, we're a younger couple and we're just starting out and we wanted a house that we could afford, so we went in with a really strict budget and told them what our budget was from the beginning, and they were really comfortable with that and really brought us something that we could afford, and that was really something we were looking for.
I think the home buyer, by going to an Envision builder and seeing his design center showroom and allowing them to take the steps in a 3D environment and choosing the plan or the design that works for them, takes a lot of angst out of the whole buying process.
A lot of times people are overwhelmed and intimidated by too many choices, so that's why we set the Envision showroom up so that you have choices, you can see, touch, feel what you're getting.
Well, the builder makes it a one-stop shop for them. They're there, they can make all their selections. They're not having to run around, you know, sure they have to make decisions, but it's a lot easier to make the decision because firsthand they can actually see it.
I think having our website with the Envision Home at Last helps them even make that first visit to the showroom easier, because they can go on the website and look at the plans and see about the showrooms so that they don't come into the showroom anxious about what they're going to get.
There is a misconception I think the consumer or home buyer has between factory built or the terminology that's out there, prefab.
Some of the very first panelized homes, they had very limited choices. It's our job to educate the public, to let them know that we've come a long way, baby.
I mean, we have the ability, we've done 500 square foot additions all the way up to 30,000 square foot houses to assisted living facilities. I mean, we've got a lot of flexibility, and really, you know, if somebody can design it, we'll figure out a way to build it.
The home is being, you know, pre-engineered, value engineered, and being built in a controlled environment.
By building all our homes, you know, the majority of the components in the factory, we really can control our environment. We don't have to worry about rain or wind or snow.
And so I think the discerning buyer nowadays looks at the panelized product and says, man, that's really a smart way to go. That's good thinking.
I think it's very important for our company. There's things that we do within our company that I guess we've done green before green was really cool and was a big buzzword, trying to be energy efficient, building the most energy efficient house that we can build.
Sure, the buyer's going to look for it as more green, but you're also saving on dollars.
They take the time. I always feel that whatever questions you have, they will answer. And I think for most people, you do have to spend a lot of time because it's one of your biggest investments you're ever going to make.
It's so much fun too at the same time.
They want more than just a house. They want
Right.
they want a home. They want
Right.
to make it feel like it's theirs and fits their family.
When you look at the homes, we have stories about every home because I think every home has a story behind it. Maybe not when you buy it, but as you live in it.